Today, Precarious plays
Chrono Trigger. We just learned that Frog doesn't know how to wear a jacket.
That is true, and it was a tragic foundation
That's why he
upon
got
which
cursed.
to build a life.
You know how your parents or grandparents might tell you that you need to wear a jacket or you'll catch a cold? This is what they're talking about. You'll get cursed and turn into a frog.
I think this is where we're supposed to go.
Okay.
It might start an anime cutscene that you'll need to look over there for.
Okay. Oh, I love Frog. What's he up to?
Oh, no?
Ah!
Ugh. That's probably a young,
Stop that.
Cyrus? It was Glenn and Cyrus, but okay. Yeah, all right. Oh no, it's Cyrus, run! Those horrible quintuplets. Yeah, okay, quintuplets. Thank you, Cyrus.
I doubt that. Well, he doesn't know how to wear a jacket, so maybe that's sniffly.
Glenn, there are times when a man must stand and face the things that trouble him. But it hurts to be hit. I cannot hurt another. Not even them. You're too soft, Glenn. Punch! You're too soft, Glenn.
Wear a jacket! This child!
Glenn, I've decided to join the knighthood. I thought as much. You'll be a fine knight, I'm sure of it. Won't you come with me?
I don't have a jacket. He can't.
I would, but it's really cold out. I cannot. But why? You're a better sword than I. You always have been.
But then you gotta, cut people, and that's a problem.
I haven't the nerve it takes to be a knight. In a real battle, the fear would take me.
Just get some sleeves, they'll be alright.
So I guess Glenn isn't... They're not supposed to be that different in age.
Uh-huh.
No! Is the noise I would have expected there.
I like the tongue.
I think it's weird that he grew a cape.
I think that those enchanters were like, this kid doesn't even have a jacket. What the heck is that?
That's probably the hero's medal. The knightly medallion. Yeah. The badge. The hero's badge. I'm trying to decide if the knightly voice he learned over the time, 10 years or so, the decade that passed, or if it just came with the the curse.
Yeah.
The Masamune, if you please.
Swing.
Oh boy.
Oh!
We're trying to find a better source for these anime cutscenes because all of the ones that Bale found on YouTube were really old and we're not in 1080p.
I love watching his little ribbit blobble.
My name is Glenn. Long have I carried Cyrus's hopes and dreams, and now I bear the Masamune as well.
Aww. I mean, go you.
Henceforth, I claim them as my own. I shall slay the fiend Lord Magus and restore our honor.
Look at his arms. His little cape flaring out.
The cutscene is amazing. You gotta look over there for it.
Okay. That is very stylish.
And now we get to see the SNES version, which is still pretty good.
Yeah. Also, in that cutscene, Chrono looks like a grown man. I mean, as far as that art style is concerned.
Did he not before? Does he not usually?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Bam!
I think the only thing that's unfortunate is that it's weird that there's like a leftward slant
Yeah.
in the SNES version. I don't know, like, would it have been any harder to have both sprites like move apart? Have two sprites move apart? I don't see any reason.
This bat trying to poop on my head right now?
It's just a friendly little bat. Oh no, wow, that's actually a really good catch. That you noticed that straight away. If I remember correctly, that's the only word I can think of right now is saboteur.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's right.
Flippin' spy!
Yeah.
Get out of there. Go tell your master what they're in for. Go let him know.
Mountain cutting swords. That's what we've got.
Oh, do I have any interesting new... No.
I think that they'll need to adventure together a little bit
Okay.
to unlock new combos, new dual attacks that they might have.
See how these fire whirls go. You know, I really like this game, and where I'm starting to understand... Oh, hold up. Does he have healing moves? No, he's just...
Yeah, he's got Slurp.
Oh, right!
Lay on tongue.
Leon Laps. None of these combinations are work appropriate.
But I don't know. I prefer Lay on Laps because it's a funny double entendre.
Yeah. What I was trying to say is that I really like this game, but I'm beginning to lament the fact that we go so long between recording sessions, like in real time, just because I'm having to kind of remember how all this works. I remember enough of it, though. But the specific names, it slows me down. I don't like it because I like this game and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting good. And then we're done with a session and then I'm like, okay.
Could it be that you wield magic? I thought only fiends could employ it now.
Well,
that's probably Luca.
you might be able to learn it too if you visit the end of time.
Oh, do you want to go? Do you want to go grab his magic?
Here.
We should probably go grab his magic. There's no real reason not to, other than like the time it would take.
Let's go. His run animation tickles me so. Oh my god. Okay, how do we get
across
back
the bridge?
To the end? Okay.
Would you like me to do it because I can do it?
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
You be speedy because it's helpful, and I have some thoughts and feelings about this whole situation. I first off would like to apologize for how giddy the frog makes me because he's so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to continue laughing like an idiot for a little bit. And, like, I'm sorry, but it's not going to change my behavior very much. Because Frog is delightful as a character. I thought I was going to like Luca a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's sort of my type of, like, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Techno friend. But she just hasn't really had a lot of... Okay, she just can't hop like that. She just doesn't, and it's sad, so...
She doesn't have those jumps.
No, she doesn't have those sweet jumps. And the other thing is that... I think that it's because this game is a little bit on the easier side.
Oh my.
Who are you?
Oh, he's less cute now.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, but he's sad. He looks like, well, the creature here, it looks, if we're strong, it looks strong. If we're weak, it looks weak.
Oh. Can we look weak?
Now there's a weird fellow. Looks like his power is water and a frog. Who would have guessed? Ipso vecto minimo magico.
Okay.
Frog learned to use magic.
So, all fortified with magic. Want to try it out?
No. Thank you.
Make any new friends, you bring them to me. You bring them to see me, you hear? I like you guys. Oh.
I like you too. Because beauty and coolness is internal, so I do miss the cute shape, but whatever. And... oh, where was I going with that? Oh, I'm really enjoying playing this game. Like, a lot.
It's given me a lot to think about.
And it's not just the frog jumps, although those help.
I've been thinking about the genre
Mm-hmm.
of RPG, JRPG specifically, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about JRPGs. And I don't think that I would have been as interested in them if this were the case. But with the benefit of hindsight, I kind of wonder if maybe they wouldn't all just be improved by being visual novels.
Mm.
Like, I think that a Chrono Trigger visual novel or anime
Yeah.
might just be better than a game. I think it might suit what they're trying to do better. And how much time? We've got time. So here, you start making your way through the magic cave.
Okay.
And I'm going to explain my reasoning. So, I would say that the best use, the best function of role-playing games, the systems that are typical of them, so like that steady progression that you have, that character progression, the numbers going up and then unlocking new techniques,
Mm-hmm.
the best use for it mechanically, it's an extended tutorial. It's like a game-long tutorial. That's usually when it makes the most sense to use this kind of progression system. Because you can see that with the origin material for... So I know that there are other avenues to explain how the genre has developed.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically, I want to focus on how Dungeons and Dragons inspired Final Fantasy.
Right.
It was such an inspiration for Final Fantasy that in the original and the Famicom version, there are monsters that their sprites are basically just straight up traces of monsters from the D&D.
From the manuals?
From a monster manual, yeah. Mind Flayers are a famous one. Like, they're in the same pose, you know? Like,
Be free.
yeah, it's fine. I think it's actually kind of... Because I don't have any crazy corporate resentment, because I don't feel like, oh, I can't believe that Square Enix that Square Soft would do something like that, or I'm so disappointed that Wizards of the Coast later chastised them for that. I don't. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That it would be a problem for them to just say like, yeah, it's a mind flayer. I mean, it's a little weird just because like maybe put a little bit of a spin on it, you know?
Yeah.
Like draw your own pose.
Like, yeah, at least change the pose of the monster, for Pete's sake.
But on the other hand, I do think that because of the percentage of times they did that, it's not like I think that they lacked the ability. I think it's a nice homage, actually. Just to have the monster be in sprite form. Regardless, the point is that if you try to drop someone, even someone that's experienced with the game, if you just say, we're going to do a one-shot, here's everybody at the table, I've arranged characters for you, here's 7 level 17 characters, there are 3 of you, everybody pick one. If you guys want to go nuts, pick 2, and you'll each just control 2 characters today. Doing something like that is it's a lot to ask if the class is any more, if it's not like a pretty straightforward martial class with a straightforward subclass, to put it in 5e terms. It's a big ask, you know? Dropping that on someone, kind of throwing them into the deep end. So that's when RPGs are at their most sensible. Like, that is the best time to employ these kinds of mechanics. And I don't think that Chrono Trigger ever becomes complicated enough to warrant that. There's no, like, deeply nuanced, interdependent equipment stuff. Like, you don't have to worry about set bonuses. You don't get skills, really, from your equipment. There's a little bit of that. Some of the equipment has bonus features. Like, I think one of Chrono's last swords, like, critically hits 50% of the time, I think. Like, it has a massive bonus to crit chance. There are the accessories, but unless you unlock a second accessory slot at some point in the game, which I don't recall that being the case, but just as it is right now, there's only one per character. That's not super deep. Like, you can't even like combine them in interesting ways. So, for example, here's an easy one. We have an item that reduces point costs for techs. If there was a second accessory slot, that would leave room for, say, a different accessory that increases the damage of attack, but also doubles the cost, right? Yeah. So if you put both of those on at the same time, the cost elements would cancel each other out, and you would just be left with the damage bonus, right? That's interesting. That's something fun to figure out, to put together.